On a beautiful sunny day, a high school class was on a field trip to the Nan Mountains on the outskirts of the city. On the bus speeding along the road, the gentle sunlight streamed through the windows, casting shimmering patterns on the fresh faces of the students. They chatted, gossiped, and laughed, filling the air with excitement and energy. Some students gazed at the countryside outside the window, while others shared and planned for the upcoming adventure. Everyone was eager and full of anticipation for the trip. The bus rolled along the winding road between lush green fields and dense forests. The roadside plants swayed like soft green waves, while the golden fields gently rustled in the breeze. The sky was a deep blue, dotted with fluffy white clouds, creating a majestic and serene natural landscape. The distant chirping of birds and the murmur of a nearby stream added to the tranquil atmosphere, giving a sense of peace and relaxation to the teachers and students on the bus. Among the students was a girl named Kai, a young and charming girl with a playful glint in her eyes. She had rosy cheeks, a soft smile, and long, silky black hair often worn loose or in a stylish ponytail. With her petite and adorable appearance, Kai exuded energy and mischief. She had a warm heart and a sensitive soul, always ready to help her friends and treat everyone with kindness. Kai was a special girl. From a young age, she had the ability to perceive supernatural phenomena more clearly than anyone else. Her bright eyes saw beyond what others could see, and her heart felt emotions and traces from the other world. This supernatural sensitivity wasn't something she trained or chose. It was an inherent part of her. She could sense the presence of spirits, feel their emotions, and even interact with them through strange occurrences. Although this ability brought Kai frightening experiences and sometimes made her feel lonely and scared, it was also an inseparable part of her instincts. She had learned to accept her gift, occasionally using it to silently help others or uncover hidden mysteries. Naturally, Kai never shared her special ability with anyone, not even her own family. On the lively bus, Kai sat near the driver's seat by the window. As the bus passed by the vast green fields, Kai suddenly sensed something strange around her. The traces of unfortunate spirits lingered in the air, sending chills down her spine. The sound of rustling leaves and flowing streams now carried whispers and sighs from innocent souls. Kai had a vague feeling that this field trip would not be as simple as usual. After a 10-mile journey, the bus finally stopped in front of the hotel. The hotel, located at the mountain's base, radiated an ancient and mysterious beauty. Its structure was a delicate blend of classical and modern architecture, with old stone columns and brick walls combined with large windows and contemporary design. Renovated and upgraded 5 years ago, the hotel maintained its classic charm and uniqueness while offering modern amenities and services to its guests. Outside, it was surrounded by lush gardens full of flowers, with a path leading to a small stream that flowed through the garden, creating a peaceful and tranquil environment. Kai sensed the difference the moment she stepped off the bus. Despite the beautiful and peaceful surroundings, there was an ominous aura, a strange feeling lurking around the hotel. Unlike the welcoming and warm feelings she usually experienced at other lodging places, the atmosphere here was very different. A shadowy veil seemed to cover everything. Kai sensed strange black energies enveloping the hotel, filled with malevolence. She stared at the hotel, feeling an invisible force pulling her inside. Its darkness was not just superficial, it was intrinsic, like a secret waiting to be uncovered. Although this feeling made her anxious, it also piqued her curiosity and desire to delve deeper into the hotel's mysteries. "What's wrong, Kai?" Huang, Kai's deskmate, noticed her pensive mood since getting off the bus and asked with concern, "Are you feeling sick or maybe carsick?" "No, I'm fine." Kai smiled lightly. "The hotel is grander than I expected." Kai and Huang entered the hotel, finding the interior cozy and inviting, with carefully detailed and well-furnished decor. The spacious and airy lobby featured plush chairs and sparkling chandeliers. The guest rooms were designed in diverse styles, ranging from elegant rooms with classic wooden furniture to modern suites with creative art decorations. While waiting for room assignments, Kai explored the hotel's interior. As she passed by a room, she glimpsed a white figure drifting by, like a faint beam of light, waving at her. A strange and mysterious feeling overwhelmed Kai, causing her heart to race. She felt drawn to the white figure, yet fear also spread through her. She hesitated, unsure whether to approach or avoid it. But when she looked closer, the figure had vanished, leaving only a dark void. Just then, Kai heard her friends calling her, indicating that the room assignments were complete. "Kai, come here," Huang called out cheerfully, shaking a key in her hand. "We'll share a room with Min, Lai, Hoa, and Duan for the next 2 nights." Hearing this, Kai quickly moved away from the mysterious room and rejoined Huang and the others. The room they were assigned was a quiet one deep inside the hotel, nestled at the mountain's foot. With innocence and joy, they opened the door and entered, finding a warm and comfortable space waiting for them. The beds were neatly made, and the room was filled with the gentle light of the afternoon sun. They looked around with eagerness and curiosity, discussing their plans for the field trip. They took off their shoes and stored their belongings, arranging sleeping bags and personal items in the room's small corners. Kai and her friends divided the sleeping areas, and the room's atmosphere became warm and friendly, filled with excitement for the upcoming adventure. After settling in, the group quickly left the room to explore the hotel's expansive grounds. They participated in outdoor activities like hiking, strolling in the forest, or flying kites on a nearby lawn. The sense of freedom and connection with nature made every moment memorable and wonderful. As night fell, they returned to their room after a day of fun, sharing stories and laughter before going to bed. In the joyful and warm atmosphere, nothing could disrupt their harmony and happiness. But as everyone was sound asleep, strange events unfolded during the night. Kai suddenly awoke to the sound of rattling from the adjacent room. She looked around, but no one else was awake. The dim light from outside flickered through the curtains, casting eerie shadows on the walls. Suddenly, a strange, chilling sensation ignited within Kai. She began to hear odd noises from the hallway, like stealthy footsteps or sorrowful wails. Despite her fear, Kai summoned all her courage to get up and open the door. She tried to control her breathing, gently placing her hand on the doorknob, and slowly opened it with caution. She peered through the crack, finding the hallway empty. So, what were those sounds? Suddenly, the hallway lights flickered on and off. Shadowy human figures crowded the hallway, moving slowly towards Kai, sometimes wailing, sometimes groaning. The atmosphere grew increasingly tense and mysterious. Kai felt her body trembling, but she tried to stay calm and understand the situation. The faint light from her room helped her see the hallway more clearly. Despite her anxiety, Kai moved forward cautiously, her eyes tracking the strange shadows. She sensed danger lurking in those shadows. Kai realized that these shadows could only move in unlit spaces. As they gathered at the dark end of the hallway, where the light had burned out, she came up with an idea. She turned on her phone's flashlight and pointed it at the shadows. As expected, they retreated and vanished. Kai quickly closed the door, feeling more secure with the soft light from the night lamp. She took deep breaths to calm her nerves and relax her body. The sound of the wind outside the window and the warmth of the blanket soon lulled her back to sleep. The next day, when the girls from the adjacent room invited Kai and her roommates for more outdoor fun, Kai's feelings shifted from excitement to worry as they all strangely declined. Their faces turned somber, their eyes distant, lacking the previous cheerfulness. They seemed cold and aloof but offered no explanation to Kai. Unease grew within her, and she sensed something was amiss. Their odd behavior left Kai unable to ask much, so she left with the girls from the other room. While chatting with the girls from the neighboring room, Kai discovered the key to her roommate's strange behavior. They mentioned that there had been a 5-minute power outage in the hotel grounds the previous night. Kai had fallen asleep and was unaware of the situation. She heard that everything had turned pitch dark, and Kai speculated that something mysterious might have happened to her friends during that time. Worry and suspicion began to spread in Kai's mind. Despite her fear, Kai decided to investigate to protect her friends and uncover the truth behind these frightening events. Determined to learn more about the hotel's history, Kai spoke with a staff member who had worked there for over 10 years. She uncovered a startling piece of information. 5 years ago, the hotel experienced a horrific tragedy that neither the staff nor the local residents could forget. A severe landslide occurred at midnight, killing 5 female students in the room Kai was staying in, with only 1 survivor. The hotel owner decided to renovate the room and other damaged areas to continue welcoming guests. This information made Kai tense. The number 5 matched the number of her roommates. Kai was almost certain this was the cause of their strange behavior. Kai began to feel a deep anxiety about the potential danger lurking in her room. The combination of the hotel's dark past and her friend's odd behavior made her more uneasy than ever. Kai returned to her room with a heavy heart. The gentle light from outside reflected on her worried face, highlighting the tension in her small features. As she opened the door, the atmosphere in the room became cold and gloomy, in stark contrast to their previous warmth and cheerfulness. Kai saw her roommate sitting silently with strange, haunted expressions. She felt a sense of discomfort as she sensed a distance and coldness from her close friends. Suddenly, her friends smiled sinisterly, as if they had been waiting for this moment. With mysterious, mocking eyes, they pulled Kai into the room and sat around her in a circle, as if to perform some ritual. A large dark figure appeared behind them, with a fierce face and hollow eyes directed at Kai, its mouth repeatedly chanting, "I want this body, I want it." Kai immediately realized their intention was to take her soul so that the dark figure could possess her body. But Kai was not easily defeated. With her psychic abilities and determination to protect herself, she fiercely resisted the evil spirit's power. In a critical moment, Kai's psychic abilities surged, and she suddenly emitted a powerful energy from within. A strong light radiated from Kai, pushing her friends away, as if some mysterious energy was protecting her, trying to repel the evil spirits back to where they belonged. Before Kai could breathe a sigh of relief, another terrifying event occurred. A loud noise came from outside, followed by a cascade of rocks. The mountain behind the hotel had a landslide, and the powerful tremors caused a corner of the room to collapse. The horrifying feeling intensified as part of the room was crushed by the landslide's immense force. In the chaotic aftermath of the landslide, the room was a mess. Kai's friends lay scattered around, next to piles of debris, each looking weak as if they had just been through a nightmare. Fortunately, none of them were seriously injured. They remained unconscious, but their faces showed a peaceful expression as they slept after the ordeal. Kai carefully observed each of her friends, sighing in relief knowing that everyone was safe and unharmed. Thankfully, after the terrible incident, Kai's friends received timely rescue and first aid, and things improved. Everyone returned to normal, and strangely, they had no memory of what had happened. A sense of relief washed over them, knowing everyone was safe and without serious injuries. Although she had minor scratches, Kai felt happy and grateful for protecting her friends and overcoming such a difficult challenge. She decided to tell her friends about the incident later, omitting the story of the evil spirits, and instead only mentioning that the room they stayed in had experienced landslides. But this time, they were much luckier, with everyone being safe. This would be a field trip that the students and Kai would remember forever.